dear students, we are going to learn a new chapter from Science 1, that is gravitation. Chapter number 1, that is gravitation. So students, before start the chapter, we will recall here some previous part. So about the gravitation, we just know that a force of attraction which is present inside the earth, and it is having a tendency to attract every object towards the earth. But students, this gravitational force or this gravity is present in every object in the universe and which are having masses. Means the object which is having mass, it possesses gravity. It is having gravitational force inside it. Okay, so about this we will see in next some videos. Before this we will see what is gravitation. So this gravitation is a force. It is a type of force, and first time that gravitation is invented by the scientist Sir Isaac Newton. We know the story of apple tree. Once when Newton seated under the apple tree, a ripe apple fell in downward direction, vertically downward direction. So he thought, why this apple comes in downward direction, why it didn't go in another direction or horizontal direction. So after a long research, he invented or he found a special kind of force is present inside the earth, and due to that force every object is coming towards the earth's surface, and in this way he invented a gravitational force. So Newton, he was a great physician as well as great mathematician too. So students, gravitation, as we have seen, a gravitation is a force or it is a type of force. Question arises, what is force? So we have seen in standard 8 that force is nothing but pushing, pulling and lifting of object. Students, what is force? Force is pushing of object, pulling of object and lifting of object. Let us see some examples where force acting or how the force is acting on objects. Suppose this is a ball at position A. This is another ball at position B. Just suppose here this ball A, it is in the rest. It is in steady position. And another ball B, it is in the motion. So students, in case of ball A, it is remains in the rest or it will remain steady till we are not acting any kind of force on it. Okay, and in case of ball B, it will remains in the motion till another force is not acting on it. If we just push this ball, then it gets speed or it starts moving. So in this way force is acting on every object by pushing of object, pulling of object or lifting of object, and this force is properly defined as a physical quantity. A physical quantity which changes shape, speed and direction of object. So students, one more question is there in your textbook, is that what are the effects of forces? Okay, what are the effects of forces? So as we see, force can change shape, speed and direction. What it changes? Force changes shape of object, speed of object and direction of object. Okay, so these three things are said to be the effects of force. Effects of what? Force. Remember this thing very carefully. These are the effects of forces. It can change shape, it can change speed and it can change the direction of object. So let us see this through some example. We know the process of making dough. Suppose this is dough. While making dough, we are applying force on it with our hands. We are applying here muscular force, and due to that force, the shape of dough is changes. So in this way force changes shape of object. Now come to the next, speed. How force changes speed? Before some time, we have seen here example of ball. Ball B was there in the motion. Means already this ball was there in the speed. So, if we apply force on it, if we apply force on this ball, then what happen? Either this ball goes fast, or this ball goes slow. So in this way, force also can change the speed of object. We have seen into the football match how the players are applying force on a ball and it changes the speed of ball. Okay. Now come to the another example that force changes direction of object. Suppose we are driving a car and when already this car is there in the motion, and as we apply force on the steering, at that time what happen? That moving car changes their direction. So in this way, force changes shape, speed and direction of object and is nothing but the effects of force. Now students, one more question is there in your textbook is that what are the types of forces? What are the types of forces? So students, in earlier standards, we have studied the types of forces, that is muscular force, mechanical force, frictional force, magnetic force and gravitational force. So all that types of forces are divided mainly into two groups. These are contact forces and non-contact forces. Okay, contact forces and non-contact forces. So the types like muscular force, mechanical force and frictional force, these comes under the contact forces, where magnetic force and gravitational force, these comes under the non-contact force. Okay, let us see this with some examples. Before some time we have seen the example of process of making dough. At that time we apply force, muscular force on a dough with our hand. Means at that time our hands and dough, these two objects are there in the contact. So it is example of contact force. Let's see another example here. Suppose we are driving a bike and immediately we apply brake. Then what happens? A wheel of bike, there is a friction carried out. Friction is carried out between wheel of bike and road. Means here two objects are there in the contact, when frictional force is carried out. Means two objects are there in the contact. So it is also example of contact force. Now come here, non-contact force. Suppose this is a magnet with their pole NS. This is a magnet and here some iron objects or magnetic material is present. We know these two objects are not there into contact. These two objects are not there in the contact till after this magnet possesses force on it and attract that magnetic material towards itself. Here force is working. Magnetic force is working. So as two objects are not there in the contact, it is example of non-contact force. Same like that, gravitational force is present inside the earth. And it also possesses the force, or it also acted upon the object which are present away from the earth or present in the atmosphere too. So in this way, here while acting force, two objects are not in contact, and while acting this type of force, objects are there in the contact. So in this way, all the types are grouped into these two groups: contact forces and non-contact forces. So answer of the question, the types of forces are mainly divided into contact and non-contact. And again remember this subtypes of forces. So students, this is about force. Now our next basic point is motion. Now students, we will see what is motion. So students, when object moves continuously, then we can say that object is there in the motion. Continuously, moves continuously, these two words are very important here. When any object moves continuously, then it is said to be, these are in the motion. And in earlier some standards, we have studied the types of motion. These are linear motion, non-linear motion is there, oscillatory motion is there, random motion, and one more important point of the motion is circular motion. And about this circular motion, we will see here. See very carefully. Circular motion. Now we will see about circular motion. So students, before this I would like to tell here, to study any higher concept, we have to know basic knowledge, basic part behind this. So everything learn very carefully. Now we will see what is circular motion. So students, object when moves continuously in a circular path. When object moves continuously in a circular path, then it is said to be the example of circular motion, or this object is there in the circular motion. So it can be defined as the motion of object along the circular path. The motion of object along the circular path, it is called as a circular motion. Let us see some examples here. A moving fan is a well-known example of circular motion. Same like that, wheels of bikes, wheels of cars are there. And one more very good example is the rotation of earth. So the rotation of earth, we know earth rotate around its axis along the circular path. So it is also example of circular motion. So these are the several examples. Now students, one example is given in your textbook of circular motion. We will see this example now. In that, see very carefully. Okay, that example is given in your textbook. Suppose this is a piece of string. It is a piece of stretched string, and at the end of this string a stone is tied. At the end of one end of this string a stone is tied, and another end, if we hold in our hand or in our finger, and as we start applying force on it, what happens? This stone starts moving along the circular path. This stone starts moving along the circular path, and this is the example of circular motion. Okay students, so see carefully what we have done here. This is, we have taken a piece of stretched string, and at the end of this string we tied a stone. Another end we hold in our hand and we start applying force on it. Then what happens? This stone starts moving along the circular path in this way. Okay, it starts moving in the circular path. So it is example of circular motion. Now students, go ahead. Here, as we stop acting force on it, or we release this end, then what happens? This stone goes away immediately in straight line direction, or in a straight line. Okay, as we stop acting force here, and if we release this stone, then immediately this stone goes in a straight line, goes away in a straight line, and this straight line is a tangent to this circular path. This straight line in which stone goes away, this straight line is a tangent to the circular path. Tangent means what? The angle between these two is a 90 degree. Okay, it goes in a tangential path. So students, here the force which is acted upon this stone was directed towards the center. Was directed towards the center of what? center of this circular path. The force which acted here on the stone, it was directed towards or directed from the center of circular path, and this type of force is called as centripetal force. This type of force is called as a centripetal force. So these two things are very important, circular motion and centripetal force. Students, again just to see once here. Okay, so as we stop the force acting on this stone, it goes in a straight line. It goes in a straight line, and that straight line is a tangent to circular path. Means it is in the 90 degree, and this, the force which acted on this stone, it was directed from the center of circular path, and this kind of force is called as a centripetal force. Okay, so this is about circular motion and centripetal force. So students, today we have seen about the gravitational force. What is gravitation, force, motion, circular motion, and one more important point, that is centripetal force. So students, in a galaxy, we know we are living in the galaxy Milky Way, and in that galaxy, Sun is the center of our galaxy. Sun is what? Center of our galaxy, and another planets, remaining all planets are moving around the Sun, including our Earth too. So all these planets were moving around the Sun. At that time, Sun is also possesses a force, a special force on all that planets. So in this way, the force acted from the Sun is directed toward the center of our galaxy. So our solar system is like this way. So students, each thing learn very carefully, and in the next video we are going to learn about the important point of the chapter, that is Kepler's laws of planetary motion. Till then, thank you.